My name is Margaret Lian Shi Hui and my number metric is 277312. In my opinion, I may agree that higher fines will prevent Malaysia's business from polluting rivers. And it is a combination of moral principle as well as a physical discipline that dictates what is good for people and society. And it is a concern with topics such as how to live a decent life, one's rights and responsibilities, the language of right and wrong, and moral judgment that define what is good and bad. The river water may be kept safe from harm by applying any standard to human attitude and behavior. Water ethics plays a vital part in ensuring that the water cycle is not disrupted by outside. Cooling the earth through rains and evaporation is one example of this cycle. River water may aid to save life and keep the land surface from being too hot. River water also works as an agent, particularly in material movement, and deposition is responsible for erosion and serve as a home for life in the rivers, lakes, and even wetlands. According to the STAR report by Liu Jianxiang in 2021, Penang Department of Environment (DOE) filed a food processing facility 80,000 ringgit Malaysia for dumping sewage into the Hui River. Penang Department of Environment Chief Sarifah Zakia Shabat revealed that the department assessed the Hui River's condition after receiving complaints of water pollution and dead fish. This plant has been awarded a compound under the Environmental Quality Industry Influence Regulation 2009. Penang Department of Environment will also issue a notice of instruction in line with Section 31 and 37 of the Environmental Quality Act 19,074, requiring the plant to undertake control measurements to prevent untreated effluent from being deposited into the Hui rivers before operating. Humans have a vital role in protecting the river's water. By working ethical ideas, humans may put a head to a variety of actions that affect the rivers. People carry ethical principles within them. When people see worldly goals, they gradually lose sight of virtues and loving ideals. The scenarios foster a greedy and selfish mindset. To meet market needs, this will devastate the ecosystem, particularly the river's water. To rescue the river, avoid purchasing material that might pollute it, and promote ethical value to create awareness of the pain that the river endures. It is illegal to throw chemicals or other potentially dangerous substances into a river. If I tell you not to pollute the water, you should obey. If not, it may pollute the environment. Pollution is a problem. As a result, you do not throw anything into waterways. These ethical sentences will assist humans in loving, saving, and protecting the water of the rivers. That's all for me. Now, I will pass to next presenter.
Hi everyone, my name is Hui Ying, metric number 277932. Now I would like to continue present the moral judgment on my mind. In my opinion, raising fine is a good way for many businesses to reduce or avoid river pollution. This is because although some companies think that the amount of the fine is more cost-effective than the sewage or chemical substances in their own factories that need to be purified, when the government and experts do a detailed investigation and research, they can set a relatively reasonable amount that can make the businessman alert. So, As to increase the fine, businesses will not be willing to give so much money to restrain themselves, and the related fines can also be used by the government to carry out environmental restoration activities. There is an example case in 2020. As a result of the closure of 4 filtration systems in Selangor on September 3, 2020, some parts of the Klang Valley experienced a lack of water supplies. The High Court judge freed the suspect on an Rm 400,000 parole levy with one guarantor on September 2002, 2020. They were charged of managing a production line in conjunction with the disposal of dangerous chemicals into Sungai Kong Rawang. The non-violent protests from beyond Mao that call for the authorities to eliminate it indefinitely have incensed the populace. A governor demanded that the penal regulation be changed to penalize the violators. I think that utilitarianism is a good fit for describing this situation of business owners why they choose to discharge sewage into a river rather than choose to purify themselves. Through some articles and information searched on the internet, I found that merchants will do this because they calculate that the cost of purifying sewage is higher than directly discharging the sewage into the river, so they choose this action to reduce their costs. Therefore, I think the government can work hand in hand with the corresponding expert to set a fine that is comparable to the cost of purifying sewage, not only to ensure the businesses are not mercenary, but also to ensure that the river is not polluted. Lastly, access to clean water is a fundamental right for all living things, not just humans. This because water is the basic need for every organism to maintain their life. So, when the water source is polluted and the supply of clean water is insufficient, it will cause a natural ecological imbalance. Therefore, the increase in fines is to encourage business people not to cause river pollution for their own selfish desire, and also to ensure that the water source is clean and allow all living things to enjoy their due rights. That's all from me. Thank you. Now I will pass to next presenter.
Hi everyone, my name is Chang You Hong and my case number is 279660, and I'm here today to talk about some of my opinion about the river pollution issue. So firstly, I think the environmental ethics is very important to us, and everyone should uphold this ethic. As we know, water is the most important and valuable resources in the world. As human, water is the basic need of our life. And also at the same time, the water is also important to the others living things, such as the flora and fauna. So therefore, we need to uphold the justice principle. So according to this principle, it has stated that everything should be treated equally. So that means we need to share the water resources with the others living things. And when the river is polluted, so they may bring some other negative effect to the human and also the living things. So first, let us look at the effect that bring to the human. So as human, they are not longer has access to clean water, and also when they are using the dirty water, it may pose out some health issue, and other issues also will be arise. Moreover, let us look at the effect that bring to the other living things. So the river inhabitants has all died, and the other animals were running out of water resources. So this will really influence the ecosystem. And lastly, I'm hoping that the higher fine that's set by the government of Malaysia can stop the company from dumping the pollutants into the river. And I also hope that all Malaysians should preserve moral standard so that we have a good and clean environment. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hanana Binti Hisyam with matrix number 281476. In my opinion, I support the issue that higher fines could prevent Malaysian businesses from polluting the rivers. Fines are one of the policies that can control and prevent unethical behavior among individuals and businesses in the country. The moral principle used to support this moral decision is the principle of utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is concerned with the situation and the outcome. So the actions and policies should be evaluated in terms of the benefits and costs to the society. If the net result of the action results in a higher sum of total utility, the action will be ethical. However, if the net outcome produces a lower sum total of utility, the conduct must be unethical. We can look at the major chemical pollution case in Sungai Kim Kim in Pasir Gudang on March 2019. So the net outcome of the event produced a lower sum of total utility. So because the cost of cleaning up the river alone amounted to 6.4 million and the hospitalization cost of nearly 4,000 residents. There are also non-financial costs such as the emotional pain and trauma experienced by the residents. We can infer that the total cost of the event was enormous. The case was investigated under Section 348 of the Environmental Quality Act 1974, which provides for a maximum fine of 500,000 ringgit and imprisonment of not more than 5 years. The benefit of fining is that it penalizes and punishes the criminal who is found guilty without imposing costs on anyone else. Besides, the money can also be used to compensate the victims and, most importantly, to deter any future similar acts. While the cost of imposing high fine is, it will make it difficult for poor criminals to pay the higher fines, and their business will also suffer greatly. So, in this situation, the benefits still outweigh the cost to greater people. Therefore, a higher fine was ethical to be imposed on Malaysian businesses that were polluting the rivers. Okay, the situation is serious. There will be insufficient money to pursue all the beneficial activities. However, utilitarianism will usually be the most reliable guide in resolving this problem. According to rule of utilitarianism, punishing the guilty in accordance with their crimes is a rule that produces greater happiness over pain for the greatest number of people. Thank you.
Good day to Doctor and my fellow classmates. My name is Foong Wai Wai and my matric number is 281746. In conjunction with the issue will higher fines to Malaysian businesses prevent river pollution, my opinion about the moral judgment is that government should take serious action and look important on river pollution. Even though in Malaysia there is an act or regulation that protect the river from pollution, but if the government doesn't take the real action on the businesses who pollute the river, then the presence of this act is actually not useful. Businesses who pollute the river must be fined at higher price, since the current price of the fines doesn't solve the problem of the river pollution. The government should also revoke the business license of the businesses who pollute the rivers, because business activity that pollute the river should not be allowed. It is also extremely vital for businesses to have self-awareness on the importance of river, or otherwise raising the fines would not be a successful strategy to prevent the river pollution. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nurul Hazlyiana Binti Azmi. My matrix number is 282013. I will continue my part. In my opinion, this issue needs to be tackled strictly and continuously without involving the money. This is because some business take this issue of water pollution for granted and throw the waste materials into the water without feeling guilty. and without thinking about the condition of the community. Okay, through the payment of fines, the entrepreneurs remain greedy for environmental pollution, especially for water pollution, because they want to save the cost of removing waste from their business. At the same time, the government also needs to be fair and trustworthy, such as not accepting money paid by entrepreneurs who want to escape from punishment for the offences they have commit. As we know, there are some entrepreneurs who have paid the government to help them win. In this case, not be sentenced to prison. So the government needs to discuss and reenact laws that involve pollution by setting state law, and those laws are free from fines that involve money for anyone who pollutes the water. This will make the community afraid, especially for entrepreneurs, because they cannot use the money to defend themselves after they make a big mistake. The Malaysian government can also impose immediate prison sentence and order business permits to be closed immediately for several years for entrepreneurs who pollute the water. This will make entrepreneurs more aware, because it is certain that every entrepreneur is very concerned about their profit of the business for their own survive life. If their business permits cannot be run as usual, their profit will decline and their business can be bankrupt. So, this can foster the conscious and ethical attitude in entrepreneurs to be more efficient and clever in managing waste materials without polluting the environment. Therefore, it will induce a clean, prosperous and free business environment from immoral acts, and a society can live harmoniously without any pollution from a business. So that's all from me. Thank you.